Those Damn Ross Kids is a podcast for adults, and the opinions expressed do not reflect the opinions of our employers or even ourselves. We'd like to hear from you. Give us a call at 419-528-TDRK to leave a voicemail, and we just may play it on the show.
That's not as bad as some.
I suppose. Is your vodka tampon in?
It is.
Okay, cool.
Strapped.
We got to keep it rolling.
Those Damn Ross Kids, a conversation between brothers, featuring Chris and Cole Ross.
Hey Chris, what episode is this?
This is episode number 84 of the comedy podcast, Those Damn Ross Kids.
My name is Cole Ross.
I am Chris Ross.
You're my bigger brother.
Sure.
Yeah. And we're here to entertain your asses. Sorry about the background noise. We're in different recording circumstances, and we cannot turn off the air conditioning that is around us. But we are in person, harkening back to the medium days, not the old days where we did it all on Skype, or the new days where we're back on Skype, but the time in between where we were together. So that's cool.
When you were unemployed.
When I was living in this very basement.
The same one.
Exactly. Yeah. So, do you have a story for me?
Sure do. A Harrisburg, Pennsylvania DJ has allegedly broken into homes of men he saw at clubs and parties and blew them as they slept. The first case was reported in May of 2011 when the victim claimed the man climbed up through a fire escape, broke in, and began blowing him. Followed by April 2012 when a victim told police that he went to the suspect's home after a gathering and fell asleep, only to wake up with the suspect blowing him. Another incident was reported just in July where the alleged victim attended a party and fell asleep, and he claims that the suspect, when he woken, was blowing him.
What an awesome dude.
I just wake up. I blow people.
He's like the cock fairy.
I guess. He's a really weird-looking black man.
So he's a DJ at the club.
He spots a mark.
He spots a pigeon. Yeah.
Yep. And then,
or I guess he's the pigeon because of the way his head moves. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, he doesn't scoop the coop.
Okay. He spots a mark, asks them, "Hey, where do you live?" And says, "Do you sleep on your back or on your stomach?
Are you a back sleeper?
Are you a back sleeper or a stomach sleeper?"
Reason number 4 to be a back sleeper.
Just like manna from heaven. And we'll sneak into your room and just slob your knob.
Yeah. You pronounce your A's like that. You should get your knob slobbed by a man.
So pronounce your A's like what?
Like a manna.
Like manna from heaven?
Manna.
I guess in this case it is manna.
It is manna.
In this case it is manna. I will make one exception. It is manna.
I'm bobbing from manna.
Okay, we're 3 minutes and 5 seconds in. We already have a show title. That's a wrap. Good night, folks. No. So he was arrested, right?
Yes.
What a crazy,
he's been charged multiple times, all over the place with this. He just keeps bobbing from manna.
Wait, he rolls from state to state like the Hulk?
Well, the only other in the article that I pulled this from, he blew his cellmate back when he was in prison.
Yeah,
which may or may not be when it started.
What a crazy!
What a good cellmate. Clean. Hey, I'm looking for somebody who's pretty tidy. Like
it's like
lights a match when they poop.
Yeah. It blows me
when I wake up.
It's like what is it?
Blows me while I sleep.
Is it hippopotamuses that have those birds that live on their backs and they're their buddies?
Those are the animals that pretend like they're rocks, and then they bite your leg off when you try to step on them.
Snapping turtles?
No,
hippopotamuses, most dangerous animal in the world. You know that, right?
Yes, I know, because people think that they're rocks. They step on them and then they get their legs bitten off.
Yeah, they do.
Only 4 teeth they have.
Hungry hippos.
Only 4 teeth.
No, but there's some kind of animal. It's either a rhinoceros or a hippopotamus. where it has a bird that lives on its back and it cleans it, and it's like a symbiotic relationship, right? In this case, it's a symbiotic cellmate relationship. Blow me, please. Oh, okay, you're down. Cool. Wow.
You know what would go great with this toilet ramen?
Some toilet hooch and a good blowing.
Yeah.
Some pruno.
Some toilet noodles.
Some pruno.
Some pruno and a blowing.
Oh, gosh. Listening to the music of Bruno, which is Bruce Willis, when he blows harp. Well, that sounds like a straight-up party. And can I tell you about the party that I'm missing this weekend to be here?
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
Cool. Well, Chris, do you know about the gathering of the Juggalos?
Yeah, it's a fucking gang.
It is. They were classified as a gang. You may remember us, covering the story of when my family, Chris, the Juggalo family, was classified
with the Manson.
Was classified as
or
a
feud,
unjustly classified by our government as a gang. Okay, but it's just a little bit of family, gathering together at the Hog Rock Campground in Cave-In Rock, Illinois, just getting together to enjoy some tunes, do some drugs. I'm not gonna lie,
some face painting,
do a little bit of face painting, helicopter rides and swim in the mud hole and all that kind of stuff.
I'm down with all that.
Spray. Exactly right. It's heaven. It's my family. I don't belong anywhere else. I have a Hatchet Man sticker on the back of my car. I listen to not only ICP, that's what we call the Insane Clown Posse, but everybody on the Twisted record label. Tech Nine. I'm a big fan of Tech Nine. I watch all their movies. Big Money Hustlers and the Western sequel, Big Money Rustlers. Okay. I'm down.
I think I saw that after Kentucky Fried Movie.
You could say that I am down with the clown, is what you could say that I am.
Which
is why I'm in full face paint right now, observing. I can't be there. Might be for the better, because even though the gathering is currently taking place, and I am following the live stream as we speak, so forgive me if I'm a little bit distracted. But the day before the gathering of the Juggalos, over the course of 4 hours, there were 15 arrests. Just 15 arrests for, drug possession, lacking insurance.
The cops are setting a tone.
Exactly. Just can you imagine, how many people are just being, straight up arrested right now just for being there?
Right.
Persecuted. Yeah. Prosecuted. I'm going to persecute you, then prosecute you, just for being a member of a family. I thought we valued family in this country.
Just for being a member of a race.
Just for being a member of the Juggalo
I'm going
race.
To prosecute and persecute.
You know what? We're not all white. We're not all black. Guess what? With this face paint, we're black and white. We're Juggalos. DWI. Driving while intoxicated? Most probably. But also deal with it. The gathering of the Juggalos. 15 arrests, 4 hours before the 5 days. Where it gets so rowdy. Oh, man, I can't wait to see the pictures. The stuff that's popping up on this live stream right now. All the titties. The painted titties, they look like faces. They look like Violent J and Shaggy Two Dope. I'm just
you are. I think you are a clown head.
A clown head?
I think you've been clowning around.
You've been just clowning.
I'm just clowning.
Tell me a story, Chris. I need to
tell you about a couple other parties.
Okay.
The Republican and the Democratic Party.
Oh, boy, we're getting topical. This is an election year, Chris.
Kind of. It's a little bit topical.
It's an election year.
Yet another sign. This is definitely a 21st century campaign. Mitt Romney and Barack Obama have been snatching up dozens of web addresses to use as potential microsites, costing each campaign around $30,000. Obama has purchased AttackWatch.com and Mitbot.com.
Love me.
Dressage. And whereas the Romney camp has purchased Aging Rockstar 2012.
Aging Rockstar?
The Apologist in Chief. And the-amateur.com.
Oh, the amateur?
Oh, the amateur.
I don't get it.
Obama, the amateur. Oh, the amateur.
Oh, okay. I gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah. So they've bought those domain names as microsites.
Yeah. Oh, just to look legit. Just kind of oh boy, this like a source. There. Here's this place. They're just it's basically the equivalent of a zine, right? These bloggers, these people out there acting on their own, but no, they're puppets. It's a shadow puppet government that we have, Chris. Just nothing but shadow puppets up on there. Is that a doggy? No.
What kind of song's playing in your head right now?
What?
What kind of song's playing in your head while you do that?
Killing in the name of... Sorry.
Dun.
Fuck you, I won't do what you tell me. No. With a pocket full of shells.
You singing Kid Rock?
No, that's Rage Against the Machine. When I'm not listening to ICP, I am listening to RATM, or RATM. $30,000.
You've just finished listening to Flip the Breaker by Rage Against the Machine.
What?
Flip the Breaker by Rage Against the Machine.
It took me a minute.
Yeah.
That was more innocent than I expected it to be. Chris is available for children's parties. So, in case your children happen to be knowledgeable of what Rage Against the Machine is and what they stand for. $30,000, that's not a lot to spend on like URLs.
Not particularly. Well,
No.
they weren't exactly. Were you after those?
I was squatting on some of them. I mean, I got to, they're funded. I'm being funded by both the Romney campaign and the Obama campaign. All of that. That's funny. It is the first. It's
Romney also bought. I will transmit your flexibility after the election.com from the Vladimir Putin thing where. Obama said, I can be a little bit more flexible.
They're just buying whole paragraphs.
And
Momney.com. So like if you Moms for Romney?
Momney.com.
Yeah. I gotcha.
I just got it. Thanks.
Okay. I helped you. I helped you get it. Well, these are trying times, and everybody can be. It's a high tension, high stress environment that we're living in, and some people they just snap. Especially when faced with perceived slights by the authority, by the system, by the man. Not only my family being classified as a gang, thank you very much, but also a man named Roger Pion of Newport, Vermont, who sought revenge against the local police station in a creative and ultimately effective way. Pion had taken a large tractor and flattened 8 police vehicles, amounting to half of the station's fleet and causing $250,000 worth of damage. Says a witness, it felt like I was in a Monster Jam rally or something. After flattening the cop cars, Pion attempted to make his escape down Route 5. Police caught up to him a half-mile later. It's thought that he was angry about his recent arrest for marijuana possession and resisting arrest for marijuana possession. So, just you snap and you're around machinery. And Chris, this leads to another story that, we're going to dip back about 8 years, but this is something that lives in the annals of internet history, as, just like one of those things. It's called the Killdozer incident. Okay? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, Colorado, 2004, June, summertime, hot heat in Colorado out there, falling down kind of situation. Man, he owns a muffler shop. But he's been fighting the zoning board because they're trying to build a cement factory behind his muffler dealership, which has adverse consequences for his business in many, many different ways. He perceives an injustice. So much so that he snapped and built an armored bulldozer out of a Cat D94 cement and steel plates. Okay? Armored bulldozer. A killdozer, if you will. Mm-hmm. And he proceeded to go on a 4-hour rampage around the factory, making sure that no one was hurt during his escapade. He was successful in destroying a large amount of property before he, went into town. He was arrested and he committed suicide the next day. Heavy machinery, Chris. Heavy machinery and heavy hearts. Under a heavy load that snaps.
People do that stuff.
They do.
That's what they do.
It's magical.
It's how they do.
It's how we do.
True story.
Can you tell me another true story?
Sure. Daniel Basali and Winslow Marshall, both seniors at George Washington University, formed a super PAC. The super PAC's called Slam Dunks, Fireworks, and Eagles.
I'm down. How much can I give?
With the intention of raising enough money to host a congressional happy hour. The idea is that members of Congress who don't see eye to eye, but presumably all share the same goal of reducing the deficit, sit down together in a less stressful situation to hash out solutions. Basali is quoted as saying, "I do believe that beer could be the missing ingredient that leads to a balanced budget."
Okay.
That's all.
That's all? That's it?
That's what they're going to do.
Okay, so
that's their only goal.
What is the name of this organization again?
Slam Dunks, Fireworks, and Eagles.
Okay, no, I get it. See, it's right there in the name. They're trying to arrive at consensus by naming things that everybody can agree on. Everybody loves Slam Dunks. You know, he's on fire from downtown, all that good stuff. Everybody loves fireworks. And everybody loves Eagles. So if we can agree on those three things, which everybody does, and if we can get these people in the same room with some, some local brews, really?
Yeah. Some local brews.
Some local brews.
Some kind bud.
Get a couple of bands in there. You know, let's lock them in a room. Lock them in a jail cell.
Organic strains.
give them some chains with barbed wire wrapped around it. You know, and just it's a winner take all Thunderdome situation.
Thunderdome,
right? Thunderdome.
Thundercat.
Thundercats. Thunderdome.
Thunderdome.
Take it to the Thunderdome. Thunderball.
Dude, I'm gonna slam her in the Thunderdome.
Boom. Yeah, that's that's good. Chris, I can't argue with that. Well, you know, we need to tone it down a little bit. We need a little bit of magic in this world.
Who doesn't?
Chris, there's a little bit less magic in this world today. Can I tell you about a passing?
Okay.
Mel Stewart is dead of cancer at the age of 83. Now, Stewart was primarily known for his political documentaries on subjects ranging from the Third Reich to the 1960 U.S. presidential election. Fascinating topics, hard-hitting stuff. But he is most well known today for a movie that a fan of a certain book asked him to make. That fan? His 11-year-old daughter. That book, Chris?
Mm-hmm.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's right. So he had no choice but to oblige her and made a movie that I think, you know, if you're of a certain age, I mean, you know, just it's an indisputable classic. Despite the fact that Tim Burton tried to take a shit on it, we all love it for pretty much, you know, everything about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, we bid you farewell as you take your voyage, Mel. You know, and I want to. Can I read something? Can I do something for you?
A creative reading.
Yeah, creative reading, creative justice. You know, just ushering you into the next realm. There's no earthly way of knowing which direction we are going. There's no knowing where we're rowing, or which way the river's flowing. Is it raining? Is it snowing? Is a hurricane a-blowing? Not a speck of light is showing, so the danger must be growing. Are the fires of hell a-glowing? Is the grisly reaper mowing? Yes, the danger must be growing, for the rowers keep on rowing, and they're certainly not showing any signs that they are slowing! Goodbye, Mel. Goodbye, Mel.
A Louisiana charter school is banning pregnant students and requiring suspect girls to take a pregnancy test.
Requiring suspect
girls to take a pregnancy test.
Yeah.
Now the ACLU is threatening legal action, saying the policy discriminates against female students, not just for being pregnant, but even for the possibility that they might be pregnant, and treats them as though pregnancy was some kind of contagious disease.
It kind I mean, in like one extension, it kind of is.
Yeah.
You know, to some extent. I mean,
pregnancy packs. We've talked about this.
Okay. Oh man, it's a war on women.
It's a war on what? What's a woman?
This there was a point that I was going to make in the first story about the cock fairy.
Mm-hmm.
And this is something that, I'm not my stances on this are known, right? Like, I think that it's a shame that, we have these retrograde opinions of women's sexuality. We're just, we're afraid of it, et cetera. It's like, well, whatever. It's there's no point in me even saying it. But there's this thing, like, and this kind of like cements it. And I want to ask you something. Why is cocksucker an insult? Because like here's the thing. I've never like known a person of the male persuasion who didn't like to have his genitals mouthed.
You're a cocksucker.
So like cocksuckers are out there doing God's work. In my opinion, cocksuckers are out there doing God's work. So
I think you're the only person who has a problem with this definition.
With what? With using that as a pejorative?
Sure.
No. So I'm up here, in the halls of power, just bringing the temple down. I'm like the opposite of Samson here. I'm just, we need to take down the negative connotation that this blessed distinction has, taken on.
Everyone needs a cause.
Damn it! You know what? Let's take cocksucker back. God bless the cocksuckers. Well, hey Chris, can I take you somewhere?
Why not?
There we go. Okay. Hey Chris, what's cool?
What's cooler than being ice cold?
Two researchers at the University of Rochester, New York, had an argument one day. Is Steve Buscemi cool? Is he?
Yeah.
One person said, hey, he's a movie star. People like him. He's popular.
Is he cool?
Another person said, he's kind of weird looking. And all of his roles cast him as the weird looking nervous guy.
I don't think he is.
I think that he is. Okay?
Really?
But, like...
dying in the backseat of bullet wounds is cool.
That wasn't him. He escaped at the end. The person dying in the backseat of bullet wounds was Mr. Orange. I don't know that actor's name. He was Mr. Pink.
Oh, my bad.
Okay. No. So, these researchers, spurred by this argument, decided to hold a series of studies on several hundreds of participants to decide what are...
So, they decided to hold several studies on a deck. Oh, good.
And that deck collapsed. Be careful out there when you're on your summer parties. You know what? From Memorial Day through Labor Day, that's deck collapsing season. That's a PSA. That one's free. They wanted to find out what the universal rules of cool are. So, Chris, if you want to be cool, can I tell you what you need to be?
Sure.
Okay. First, you got to be physically attractive. People find hot people cool.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Steve's out.
You need to be friendly. People find that, if you're fun to be around,
jovial,
you tend to be cool. Yeah. Steve's out. You need to be successful and or competent.
I think he's got it.
Yeah, he's got it. He's in,
One of three. Good.
Yeah, 1 of 3. And finally, you need to be socially conscious. Because being pro-social means you're kind of cool. People like it, when somebody has a cause, when somebody's helping other people, And I would say Steve's in. He's doing the Boardwalk Empire. He's doing all that. 2 of 4. So we're still at a draw. If you have an opinion on whether or not Steve Buscemi is cool, you can email us at thosedamnroskids at Duckfeed.tv or call us at 419-528-TDRK to weigh in on your opinion.
Cool.
But those are the universal rules of cool.
Yep.
Daddy-o.
Daddy-o. Hey, Pizza Hut has anchored Pakistanis by the thousands after pulling an all-you-can-eat meal deal during Ramadan. Which I read this.
That's like the safest time to do it.
So I read this. Yeah, exactly. But I read this and I thought of it exactly as you did. Okay.
Yeah.
In previous years, this is in Pakistan. So in previous years, families would flock to the chain's restaurants for their evening meal after a day of fasting, often scarfing down individually multiple pizzas for around $11.
Okay.
Not so this year. Customers are limited to a single pie, though they can have as much soda as they want. A Pakistani spokeswoman for Pizza Hut says the former all-you-can-eat format served as an unrestrained invitation to gluttony and waste, colliding with the very spirit of Ramadan. The evening meal shouldn't be an excuse for gorging after sunset. So they took something that was supposed to be for their Allah and turned it into I'm saving room for Pizza Hut.
I'm saving room. Chris, you're giving away $1 million.
It was about faith, and now it's frugality. It's that fine line.
You're giving away $1 million ad campaigns.
Think
Chris.
about the savings when Jesus fed all those people with a single fish.
They have Pizza Hut has a chance to be heroes.
He was a mega couponer.
He was a mega couponer.
Jesus was a
not just extreme.
He was a mega couponer. A mega couponer.
$1.50 half loaf of Wonder Bread.
Good God.
A bottle of water that he refilled from a fountain.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dance all night.
True story.
True story. Okay, so
hey, we're going to get some nails. Oh, I think I have a coupon.
For those of you who aren't watching the video stream, Chris just raised his hand and bared it to me. So, hats off to you. God, that's funny.
Killing your savior won't break the bank.
It's a hardware store ad, if I've ever heard it. Okay, so I like that. I like how we both had the same reaction to the headline. Then whoop, double flip.
Yep,
backflip.
Went the wrong way for me.
Oh, that's funny. Because if there was any time to do it, but yeah, I guess they can't eat after sundown.
Yeah, well, see, because you're like, oh, it's a fast; they can't eat. Well, no,
yeah. They have to eat. Yes.
Hey, yeah, they're people too.
But like, they can't put like meat on it. They have to be halal. So
no, you have to put some meat on it.
No,
if you like it, then you have to put some meat on it. Which is a jingle that a pizza place really should probably
all
do.
The single pizzas, because you can only eat one. I'm so sorry. Only one pie.
Say no to single toppings. Say no to single toppings.
Yeah, halal food's good. It's good.
What kind of food?
Yeah, no, like when
waffle.
No, halal. There was when I was living in Brooklyn, like all of the restaurants that I was around, pretty much everywhere, like both where I was living. And also, where I worked, especially around where I worked by that studio, it was all either kosher or halal. So you would have different, kinds of ethnic foods, unless you wanted to walk like 5 blocks for a slice of pizza, So, I grew to like the local fare, and it's okay, it's good,
cool,
neato. Well, this is my last one.
Good, I'm done.
5 stories. You're done. You're out.
Quit. That's my 5.
That's your 5? Okay.
5 and out.
All right. This one's going to be short and sweet.
1 and done.
A father in Bradenton... Sorry. Sorry. Whoa, boy.
You got a lot going on there.
my
Maybe
mouth.
if you didn't rear back and try to throw stories at me with your mouth. Maybe you could just talk with him like a composed professional.
I have mic technique. I have.
Do you really?
Yeah. I also have plenty of time to edit this. So
you never seem to have time. So maybe if you did it right, you wouldn't have to do it so much.
Jesus Christ.
Could be.
Man. So because of that, we're leaving this in just to shame you. A father in Bradenton, Florida was walking with his children when a man leapt out from the leaves and attacked him with a machete, screaming, "Where's my money?"
Right here.
What?
Right here.
Right where?
Your money. I have it ready.
I have a machete. You have my money. Let's trade. And by trade, I mean I will hack you with this machete and you will give me the money.
That's what they're for.
I'm going to leave this lodged in your clavicle/scapula, your clapula. The father caught the blade with his hand, like a samurai. Yes. Fearing for the lives of his children, police are on the lookout for 2 suspects. Presumably one was the person with the machete, and the other was the person who spotted the person, the father in the family. Like, where's my money?
Because what do machete attackers work like snipers? Then you just spot her?
Yeah.
This has been Those Damn Ross Kids.
Hey, Cole, what can they do?
Well, you can go to the new and improved Duckfeed.tv.
Hey, Cole, what can they do?
Well, you can go to the new and improved Duckfeed.tv, where you can see our redesigned site. It is beautiful, if I say so myself, but it can be improved. I only say that because I made it, and Chris rolled his eyes at me. It can be improved. If you have suggestions or if you find a bug, I know that you can only download the most recent 20 episodes. That is something that I am petitioning Squarespace to fix. And I'm also working on a manual feed at this point, so you can go back and do a deep archive dive. But that takes time, and it's a very tedious task. I want you to be able to have access to all that. But you can access all of them through the website. Also, while you're there, you can subscribe to us on iTunes. Those links are readily available to you. You can also leave us a rating or a review. It is incredibly helpful if you do that. You can tweet about the show using the hashtag TDRK. Now that The Dark Knight Rises is out, that is no longer in use. So go ahead and use that. Tell your friends with a link to the show. That is all incredibly helpful. We want to raise the number of listeners that we have. So if you like us, recommend us to somebody who is going to like us as well. We are not above begging for money, so you can go to duckfeed.tv/tipjar, which combines the former donate and Amazon links. If you go to either of those, it'll redirect, so don't worry. While you're there, you can click our Amazon affiliate link, which will take you to Amazon. If you're going to be buying anything from that, we get a kickback, and it doesn't cost you anything extra. And it is a tremendous help when you do that. It helps defray any kind of bandwidth costs that we have for having a popular podcast on the internet, and it's just a way to show support. Was there anything that I missed?
Well, it sounds like you got it.
Cool. So good night.
Night.